Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. I was trying to fix my hair, and I can't. So there it is. I can't fix it. Everything's reversed on the. There we go. Okay. We are glad to have you with us. I heard we have people jumping on already. Thank you very much. Glad to see you. Please check out my website. My name is Carolan Carey, and my website is carolancarey.com. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow, where we explore everything magical, mystical, and everything in between. Some wellness, psychic chit-chat, a little of everything. So tonight we have a special guest with us this evening, a radio personality. She was a six-figure corporate exec for a Fortune 500 company. She changed direction, and she became the soul leader. I present to you the wonderful and dynamic, fabulous psychic Joanne Leo is here with us tonight.
Good evening, everybody.
Good to see you, Joanne. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Did you have something different you were going to bring with us tonight, or do you have something you want to talk about tonight?
Well, we're getting ready for the holiday season, and it's kind of different, but I've been talking to several clients, and you know, they're putting up their decorations to feel as normal as possible. But I have a lot of tools in my little box tonight if we want to play. But for most people, I'm very different because I channel numerology, which is different than what most numerologists do, which is the name on your birth certificate and your birth date. But for the sake of the radio show, we do your first name and your birth date and get a message. But I also have some dynamic animal spirit cards that are really kind of cool. And I can pull a card or two after I tune into somebody's numerology. We could do that too. But they're really kind of cool, and they really kind of fit. And I'm going to grab them as we speak.
Okay. Let me talk about your background a little bit more and what you do. PsychicJoanneLeo.com. Joanne with two N's and an E, and Leo like the lion is Joanne's website, so please check her out. Now, don't forget, if you have metaphysical friends or you don't know what to get your family, this is an excellent gift. A reading from any of our radio show personalities, or thank you, or any of our radio show personalities and guests, or our radio show hosts. I keep saying radio, we're on video, but anyway, you know what I mean. So if you'd like to buy a reading for someone as a gift, this is a great gift, particularly with Joanne, because she can do family charts, right? Mm-hmm. You can, buy like a sister, a mother, a brother, a father, something, very interesting. So, Joanne, you do tarot with a twist, which is your Schuster cards.
Right. And Schuster's very different. I call them tarot with a twist because nobody, really knows what Schuster is. They go back to the 80s. And, I really don't know anybody else that reads Schuster anymore. What's great about it is because it really pinpoints all areas of the reading, because they're read psychically, astrologically, and you always get the numerologist in everything you do. And I'm also been a motivational speaker in the past, so they get a little bit of the life coach in every reading I do. But as you were talking about families, which I think is pretty fascinating, because numerology is 3,000-year-old science. And so it's astrology. And if you really think about it and you look in the Bible talks about the stars,
numbers,
the alignments, the constellations. There's the book of Numbers. But if you get into Corinthians, and it's really very metaphysical if you really read Corinthians, because it talks about people who prophesize that are here to help others on their life journey. So it's a very spiritual mission. And I say this, and I know you feel probably the same way. I didn't sign up for this. I got appointed. And
Right.
I feel very blessed that I've had some fabulous spiritual teachers along the way that God just put it, bang, just dropped them in there. And it was like, wow. But they were the most phenomenal old school, old teaching ways. And I was fortunate enough to be blessed with that. So, it's really kind of neat because I offer a lot of different things. I offer the card readings, and I use different decks, and I also read angel cards. But I just added these, which are oracle cards. Now,
Hey.
they're animal cards, but they do give specific messages, just like a card reading if you got questions. And then I want to
tonight.
Huh? Yes.
Leave time for me. Okay.
I will do that. I will do that tonight. And also, I just wanted to mention when I do family charts, it's amazing how we are so connected. And if, I tell people I'm a different kind of reader because when I do your chart, our soul never dies. And so when you decide to make this earth journey, you choose your mother, your father, your siblings, your friends, your career, your school, even your enemies. Everything's a lesson. So I always say people, places, and things, it's either a lesson or a blessing. One of the two. But,
yeah.
What I'll do first is I will pull out some cards for you to see what your message is from and I know that you're a big animal person like I am too. So
let me just interject with a little business first while you're shuffling that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I want to remind people we have a new YouTube feature. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you'll get notifications. And also, we have a new YouTube viewers are able to use our super chat feature. Just a dollar sign there. You can donate, you can tip the readings, whatever you'd like to do is much appreciated. But we want to point out that feature to you. So I hope that you'll see that's brandy new. And also we have Tiffany is going to put up a link for us. We have a few spots left on our spiritual message circle this Saturday evening at 8:00. And Tiffany will post that. So it's not the actual link into the studio, but she's going to post where you can get the information. And we'd love to have you join us. So, okay, back to Joanne and her cards. And we're going to chat a couple of people.
And it's great if you have a specific question, or it's great to just get a message. So you're going to love this. Your first card I got was the Ladybug, which is, of course, good luck. And every card has such a fabulous message, and of course, then psychically I tie it together. But this says you are a bright energy. Let worry and fear go here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now your next card.
My God.
Is the cat.
Oh, okay.
This fits you to a T. Because guess what cat represents? Miss Independence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And it says you are a natural healer. Mm-hmm. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way.
That's beautiful.
I know it. Isn't that fabulous?
Yes. Thank you.
And the third card, you got one of my favorites.
Oh, Leo, the lion.
Yeah. And guess what? Lions represent exactly our work that you and I do.
Really?
It says higher calling. Higher calling.
Very nice. Thank you. Oops, she froze there for a moment. We're going to get our people together for Joanne. She froze, but she'll...
Majesty.
Here she is. You froze a minute, Joanne. So we'll get our people together for readings and get her back on here.
I'm right here. I'm right
Oh,
here.
okay. You kept freezing there for a moment.
Okay. It could be Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is really wonky all over the place.
Okay.
That's what my clients tell me anyway. So let's go back to this. You have within you the courage of all you need. Let go of the past, reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Whoa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Aren't
like
those
that.
great?
Thank you very much. Yes, great. Now, listen, people, our viewers, thank you, viewers, for watching us on YouTube, Goldylocks YouTube, Facebook, and also check out our Patreon members. VIP members are privy to certain different shows and things like that. So, and gifts and blah, blah, blah. So very exciting. So if you want to become a member for the price of a cup of coffee once a month, you can do that. VIP member. Also, don't forget about the YouTube viewers. Look out for the super chat there on the bottom there. And thank you, Anna, for donating to us. Now, we're going to have a lot of people. Oh, I wanted to tell our viewers, if you could insert, oh, good, Theresa Fox did it already. Your date of birth is very helpful to Joanne because that's how she reaches your record in heaven.
That's right. That's right.
So that would be very good. Okay. Hi, Anne. Let me get back up to the top and say hello to everybody. But wow. Okay. Alyssas here. Tamian. Hello. Rosemary. Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Anna D. Good evening, Carolan and Joanne. Thank you for the tip, Anna D. Appreciate it. Damian Wood. Hello, Joanne. Everybody is so excited that you're here. Linnell. Linnell is driving. Of course. She's
Be
always
careful.
Okay, here is our first runner-up is Anna at November 8th, 1959.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do so that they know, I'm going to look at what's going on because we're wrapping up the year. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So I'll give them a short little reading, but they need to know that their name is loaded with their soul information and their birth date. Now, Anna, and Carolan, you usually tell them for them to buckle up because I'm a straight shooter reader. Yeah. So I'm not one of these. Yeah. Yeah. It's not daisies and rainbows here. Okay. Right. So, what I want to say to Anna, number one, first of all, she's very smart. She's very strong. She's a survivor. And people can take advantage of her because she's strong. But Anna, you must follow your gut feelings. And if you don't, I mean, you've got this gift from God here. You need to use it or it's going to turn into just being impatient or being a rug where people take advantage. And what do they do with the rug? They walk all over it. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you're a natural born leader and, you're very strong. And a lot of people could be kind of jealous of you in certain aspects because they look at you and it's just, if you got a challenge, you overcome it, and it's next and move on and that kind of thing. So now let me look at your what's going on to wrap up your year. Well, of course, 2020 has been a year where we don't have clear-cut answers. That's a fact. And what I tell people, there's one thing that resonates throughout this whole year, as crazy as it's been, and listen, I'm a human just like you guys, is that when we get frightened or when it's uncertain, it's very important that you don't turn fear. You must turn to faith. You must get out and do your positive thinking, putting God in charge of how you feel or what the situation is. Who's got more power, you or God? That's what I tell my clients. Let's see. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So this is about closing up some issues in October, November, and December. And I feel like they're more when it comes to, because a lot of people misread you. I feel like it's more emotional or decisions that you need to make. And, don't let anybody put you on that guilt train. Okay, that's the wrong thing. because you have to do something wrong in order to feel guilty. But usually people, Anna, that aren't doing what they're supposed to do want to throw it on your plate and you feel guilty because you're not helping them. You know what? You got to give it back to them and say, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Okay. You might, give your suggestions, give them a few different options. You might want to look here. You might want to call there. And here's how I want you to finish it up for the end of the year, Anna, is I'm sure you'll figure it out. Stop letting people put everything on your plate. Okay. I do feel like next year is more, it's more smoother. There's a lot more fun coming. We'll have to look at that. Caroline and I are planning on doing a New Year's show. We're going to be a little bit past New Year's because it doesn't go with our schedules. But that'll be a fun thing. So you guys all need to plan for January because we're going to have a ball doing that.
So that's January 7th, right? January 7th. January 7th.
Oh yeah. And so I pulled a card out for you, Anna, and it's the Pathfinder.
Ooh.
And it's the wolf. Okay. And it's really what I love about these oracle cards, because there's messages in between the lines. Release your past and start a new journey. You're a teacher that helps others find their way. Remember what I said, give suggestions. Don't take on their stuff. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. And that's true, because remember I said you're very strong. You're a natural born leader. Okie dokie.
Thank you. That was gorgeous. Thank you. Next up, we have Damien, who is asking for Patricia. And Patricia is 12/12/41.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I have to say, Patricia, number one, it's very important that you're very sensitive. So when it comes to emotional things, a lot of times you'll try to do everything to keep the peace. You can't be a stuffer of your emotions, because you will have stomach issues or colon issues and stuff like that. So my best suggestion to you is speak up. A lot of people don't understand how sensitive you really are. I'm really glad to see this, Patricia, in your numbers, because even though this has been a crazy ride this year, okay, and I believe me, my hand's up too, okay. I think Carolan has been a little bit of a light in my world when I need to get back on track, and I stay on track for a lot of people. But I think what's really cool about your numbers is that the last year and a half has not been your easiest rodeo, Patricia. But here's the good news that I know spiritually, is that when you come to this, especially with numbers, is that there's always a great lesson to learn. And even though the people, places, and things may disappoint us, or we have to adjust our dials in a way that we didn't ever think we had to adjust, there's always a great lesson to retool ourselves. It's kind of like shedding off dead skin. Mm-hmm. So now you're on a new journey, honey. And this is where you start goals. This is where you start learning to love yourself. This is where you start learning not to care what other people think. And it comes where, and I'm going to give you this lesson. I use this in my readings all the time. Carolan's going to chuckle on this one, but we all know what a crossing guard is, right? Yeah. And this crossing guard always has a stop sign, right? Does the crossing guard always have that stop sign up? No. Why do they use that stop sign? Well, they use it to prevent tragedy, right? They use it to direct traffic. They use it for protection for children crossing the street or pedestrians. Well, it's the same thing with us as souls. Mm-hmm. We have to be the crossing guards of our heart, mind, and soul. And you need to learn to put up the stop sign when people are tromping over your heart, mind, and soul.
Yes.
So, my message to you is you got a new beginning, Patricia. And I know you're sensitive, but now it's time for you to be a better crossing guard of what you're going to allow. Okay.
Very good advice, Joanne. For everybody.
Yes, for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Great job. Theresa joins us tonight. Thank you for, hi, Robin. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Julie Brett from across the pond. Theresa joins us 10-1-64. Any messages? I love you guys. A lot of people are very excited to see you, Joanne. They're all saying hello.
Oh, that's so fabulous. I love it. I'll take it. Okay. Well, Theresa, this is good, honey. This is like, okay. Things are about to change. October, November, December, I think you're coming to terms with, feeling better about yourself or what's going on, or making the best of whatever situation's been thrown your way. What I love about your name is that your first your consonant, that H, gives you a lot of strength and a lot of power, and you've got sizzle, thank God for that. So that helps you get through any of the challenges. You too have to be careful because you put a lid on your feelings because you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. That usually turns into a victim situation somewhere down the road, Peach. You can only stuff it so long. So my advice to you, and I've taught this lesson, but let me refresh everybody tonight. Very important. They don't teach you in school to talk in I terms. When that happened, I was disappointed. When that was said, I was embarrassed. When that happened, I was hurt. There is no fight with I. Now, if I go, you said this and you did that, trust me when I tell you somebody's going to lose, and it will never be Joanne. Never. So, and we're all like that to a certain degree, unless we are afraid to speak our truth. Okay. It doesn't matter that you're going, we learn very young. Don't say that. You'll hurt somebody's feelings. Don't act that way. Be nice. Share your toys. So what happened to your little power? You got the ding. So it's very, very important. I statements. We have to learn to talk I. It's not egotistical. It's not egomaniac. It's standing strong in your shoes. And I am a big supporter of standing strong in your shoes. And a lot of times things will happen in our lives that'll knock us off our shoes. And we got to put them back on.
Great reading there. Thank you, Therese, for joining us tonight. Robin is loving the cards. A few people have commented that they love those cards. They are beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you, Linnell, for your super sticker. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We have Julie Brett from across the pond. She said her date of birth is 9/20/68.
Okay. All righty. Let's see.
Julie's becoming a regular on our show.
Yeah, Julie's intuitive too. But she was a healer in a past life, or somebody that, either a shaman or somebody that worked with either stones or definitely spiritual energy. So she's got that special wisdom, but she's also intuitive if she uses it where she's tuned in. And I like to always make sure that anybody that has any kind of master numbers in somewhere in their chart, that they learn to do the prayer for protection. Okay. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it real quick. So you guys take notes, but this is very important. I wouldn't do any of this work without the prayer of protection, because there's only one presence and one power, and that's God. So here you go. Here's your prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.
Lovely.
So let's have a card for Julie, and then I'm going to look at what's going on, and let's see what I pulled out. Oh, coyote. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that a beautiful card?
Yeah.
And that says the revealer of truth, which I said Julie's got she has the gift if she uses it properly. If she pays attention when she, to her gut feelings or her mother's intuition, whatever you want to call that. And usually what I find with people when I point it out, when you don't listen to that gut feeling, it usually turns out to say, gosh, I would have listened to, I would have done that. I wish I would have followed that, whether it's a person, place, or thing. So Coyote says, don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look for the traps and the tricks of life. Ah, exactly what I'm talking about. And learn from them. There are manipulators in this world, folks, and your gut will alert you to them. That's if you pay attention. Okie dokie.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you, Julie, for joining us again. Thank you, Rob and Theresa. We have a couple of new people on here. Laura Ornello, thank you so much for joining us and for sending me these great enlightening messages privately. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything that you do for me. Her granddaughter, Alyssa, she would like a reading if she could. Alyssa is Alessia. Her date of birth is January 2nd, 2008.
Okay.
Well, you don't say that too often, do we? 2008 as a birthday.
No, we don't. Well, I love reading children too, and I love doing babies or pregnant mommies that are choosing names because it really can make all the difference. I named my niece and nephew, both of them, and they had to correct some spelling that the mommies and daddies wanted. And we went through a list of names. So it's very important. First of all, Alyssa is very strong. She could be a little headstrong or a little stubborn, but she's very smart. And I would encourage her to learn something every single day. She doesn't like drama, but by the same token, she needs to learn balance there, because just because somebody has a different opinion or that there may be a little bit of a disagreement, she needs to not take that personally. But she's very, very, very smart. She likes things in order. She'd be very good at anything that has to do with structure. She's probably very good at math. Okay. I definitely think that, well, she's got all these ones in her name. Oh my God. So this is a kid that really can make a difference in the world. So I would encourage her academically because she's very, very smart and she's got the wisdom. People like this usually think of things or invent things or come up with a new way of doing things. It's really funny. All these new items that are coming out for babies. And, Carolan and I, when we had babies, didn't have all these tools and these wraps and this kind of thing and that contraption or whatever. So it came out of somebody's ideas. Alyssa's got that mentality. So she should be encouraged to create. She's got that all over her chart. And we'll pull a card for her too, because I think it's good with young folks to have, she got the polar bear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the polar bear is about know that the challenges make you stronger. So, her biggest challenge, if I were to talk to her, would be don't be stubborn, because then that way you don't learn. If you get to the part where, I want things my way, your ears got cotton and your eyes got blinders. So how are you going to learn? You're not seeing the big picture, or you're not hearing new information to throw into the mix of things. So it says here, have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your mystical abilities, in other words, your spiritual side. And this is really interesting here because I do think she has healing in her background, so she might be attracted to natural, vitamins or maybe natural cures of some sort. So that's kind of really interesting here. And she's got that inventive mind, so I wouldn't put it past her down the road a piece if she could come up with some new ideas on health.
Joanne, let me stop you a moment. Your sound went a little wacko when you moved.
I'm just sitting here. I didn't.
Oh, no, well, something moved and your sound is a little off, so I don't know if you want to adjust that, if it went down or what.
Is it still off? Is my sound
a little bit,
off?
yeah, it's lower.
I don't know. Let me try this. Is that better?
No, it's about the same. I think if Tiffany's okay with it, we will.
Well, I can always go out and come back in.
Yeah. It's up to you. It sounds like echoing.
Let me try lowering it. Maybe that'll do it. Is that better?
No, it's the same.
No, it's the same. Well, let me go out and come back in.
Okay. Okay, so let me get everybody together while she does that. Let me get back up. So we got Alyssa, and if we have to repeat that, please watch the video and give that right to Alyssa, and we'll get Joanne back on. Let's see. I want to give her some.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's better. I don't know what happened, but we lost your sound.
I told you there's going to be a lot of Wi-Fi interference.
Yeah, I had trouble getting on tonight. My internet kept going down. Okay,
this has been going on for weeks and weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where we are. So thank you for doing that. And I referred them back to the video so that they can get that clearer if they missed any of that. That was for Alyssa, right? We did Alyssa.
Right. Yep.
Bonnie, excuse me. Bonnie is 9859. And they are pouring on here tonight. I don't know if we're going to get to everybody, but we do our best.
Yeah,
January 7th is a Thursday night. Joanne Leo will be back with us doing forecasts for the new year. So if you got some love interest in mind, get their date of birth and their birthday so that we can go over that with you, okay? Or hers if you are a male watching. Go ahead, Joanne.
Okay, awesome. All right, Bonnie, you're another one that's a stuffer when it comes to your own emotions. You're a giver, and you help others. So jolly on the spot, so to speak. You don't like to be told what to do, how to do it, where to do it, or when to do it, but you're very sensitive. Natural born leader. I don't know if you own your own business or you're a boss or you're an entrepreneur, but that's definitely something that is in your bailiwick. I'd say that you were a healer of some way, shape, or form, or just some sort of spiritual work. And a lot of times when I see this, you could put a nurse or a doctor or somebody who was a massage therapist or somebody who laid hands to heal people. So our soul never dies, but it records all the things that we gain that are positive. And we also, when you get your chart done, you find out what your karma is, and you also find out what you need to work on a personal level as well too. Now, your birthday changes all the time, so now let me see what's going on with you this year. And it's like, oh my God, one thing after another. It's like Ring Around the Rosie with you this year. So I think the most important thing, summer was a little bit stressful. And I feel like now this is the time for you to balance things out. My spirit guide's funny. Oh, dear God. He says, fish or cut bait. You got to make no procrastination here. Okay. Are we going to fish or are we going to cut bait? Which one is it? So I highly suggest that you think about that. And also, if you heard part of my beginning statements about I statements would be very good for you instead of being a stuffer and holding your feelings inside, because your tummy will be much a happier situation. Now you got the frog, which I love it because the frog is prosperity. So
Ooh,
things are going to get better. Let go of the past, embrace the change, which we all have had to learn that word and crunch on it this year.
yeah,
Change.
right.
Okay. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into the new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune awaits you.
Lovely.
These would be good to use in our New Year's Day thing too, Carolan.
Yes, they would.
Plus, I'll do their numbers for the new year. All right.
So that was Bonnie, right?
Yep, that was Bonnie.
Okay. So Kimberly Jensen is 6760. And don't forget our super chat stickers there on our YouTube viewers. Thank you very much. We did get a couple of stickers tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the first night doing this. So thank you so much for joining us. Everybody loved your prayer protection. I had learned something similar and use that very often. I like yours better, actually. And so everybody enjoyed that, and they're loving the cards, and they're loving you, Joanne. So,
well, good. I just want to say that I love each and every one of you. See, that's what makes the world go round is LOVE. Okay. All right. The thing with Kimberly, and now I got to mention this so that because being a master numerologist, when you have letters, especially your first letter of your name, Kimberly's another one that's a stuffer. Okay, she's another one that holds things inside. Very sensitive. So when it comes to a personal thing, she doesn't say, "Hey, ouch, that hurts," or "When you did that, I was embarrassed." No, she's gonna hold that inside, and then she's gonna let it stack up here. So I think that's important that we talk about that. But I know that she's sensitive. I know that she doesn't like drama. No. Procrastinate. You've got to stop procrastinating. Nothing's perfect. Now, I just want to add this for the audience so that, and Carolan knows I'm a straight shooter reader. Okay,
Sure.
I'm not gonna dance you around the park. I'm gonna kick your little tushy, but I'm gonna hug you and I'm gonna love you to the moon. Okay, but here's the deal: in 35 years of reading, I have never met a happy perfectionist. Not one. I'm still looking for the happy perfectionist. Something's wrong. It's never good enough, or the day's not right. You're shortchanging your joy of life. Procrastination and perfectionism are two negative traits that I love to help people overcome, because once you can understand it, and it's real easy because I teach, is it good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, and I have a system, and you work on that because we didn't come out of the womb with all the answers. But we do get people along the way that were put in our pathway to give us our aha moments. Carolan's an aha for me, okay? She does different work than I do, and she is the first person that I refer to if somebody wants to go dance over on heaven's side, because I help the people in the here and the now that need the help on this earth plane. That's my job. Her job is the other side. So what I have to say to Kimber, this is important because this is a year for you to straighten and get yourself in the right flow of things, because next year you're going to need to make some decisions. And the theme is going to be good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. And that comes down to people, places, and things. And if it means that you have to say so long to some things, okay. If it's people that you have to say so long because they no longer are good for you, because healthy for me, not healthy for me, right? Good for me, not good for me. Then I have to make some healthy decisions, and that's okay. So get rid of that idea when you were 2 years old. Oh, don't say that. Don't look that way. Don't be that way. You hurt their feelings. No, you first. Kimberly, that's what I have to say. You first.
Very good. We did have speaking of heaven, I had a couple on here. Let me see. Kimberly wanted a message from Rick. Let me see if I can do that or not. I had another kind of message for me too. I had a lovely session with you recently. Hi, Joannes from Samir.
Oh, Samir.
Yep.
What a lovely man.
Theresa, Theresa Fox. I don't want to double dip. Some people are asking for a couple of different people, so I want to give everybody a chance. If Tony has a message okay, Mayra, let me, she wants to know if Tony has a message for her. You pass. I think we talked to Tony before, and I have the impression of a nice looking man here, gentleman, Mayra. And the song that he's bringing to me now, what's the song of that? What is the title of this song? Unchained Melody.
Oh, I love
Is that the Righteous Brothers? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the song, Mayra, for you. So I want to let you know that because I can only do short little bursts this evening. But I want to let you know that he is around you and thinking of you. And there's something about Christmas. He's showing Christmas, something about Christmas. Be with you for Christmas. Big peppermint stick here, candy cane with a bow on it. So special spiritual gifts for you. Now let me get back to any message. Let me get back to where I was with you, Joanne. Coffee is a good thing. Yes, we know that.
I got mine.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, so we have Terry. Terri, 82962.
A lot of people with intuition, if they'd use it, it's a gift from God. You know, it's not like a coincidence that it appears in the chart. But here we have Terry. Is that Terri, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Super.
I think that's a male.
Super. No, usually with an, I don't know. Usually guys have the Y.
Okay.
Girls have it too. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. But super, super, super sensitive. And that comes from many, many lifetimes, at least 3, where you enabled or helped people like a doctor or nurse or some sort of practitioner. You know, you could have been a shaman. So in this lifetime, you have this carryover stuff, and you have to be very guarded on not being the at the brunt of everybody taking advantage of you. You have to learn the word N-O. And my motto is it the N or the O that you don't get? So there's a lot of ways to say no. Not at this time. I'll take a rain check. Or no. That's not something I'd be interested in. You have to learn Terry, to stand up for yourself. Okay. You're smart, you're strong, you've got leadership abilities, but by the same token too, on a personal level, you take the arrows. And my motto is you need to put up the shield and send the arrows back to where they came from. Okay. Let me give you a card, Terry. Let's see what you get. You got the orca whale. And that is adventure. Dare to do things differently. Well, that's just pretty much what goes with your numbers.
Right. That's nice.
Sing your wild song. Manifest travel dreams. Attempt a great journey with confidence. In other words, stop letting everybody be the fixer. Fixers, folks, just remember this. I teach this on a daily basis. If you're a fixer, you know, and they see you right with the bullseye on your forehead. Oh, let me give you my problem. Okay. And fixers, guess what? Always wind up victims. Always. Because the people that are dumping on you are never going to fix the problem because they got you. Okay. Man, it says attempt great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know, Terry. See, there you go.
Okay. Let me just thank you for that, Joanne. Beautiful. The cards are gorgeous, and everybody's loving them.
Good.
And your readings as well, of course. Kimberly, Kimberly is asking for a message from Rick. And we finally figured out why he was dressed as an angel the other day. So thank you for that confirmation. They were discussing angels, and Rick showed up in this like homemade white costume with these childlike handmade wings on the back. And he was making fun of being an angel, talking about being an angel in heaven. And him and his lover, Kimberly, were discussing angelic things. And so he presented himself as an angel. So she got that message. So thank you for that confirmation. What he's talking about, he says, I don't know if he unwrapped his gifts last or if he had, I have a sister like this. She'll unwrap her presents she'll open her presents maybe a week later or 2 days later. When we were all together, everybody would unwrap their presents, but not her. She would wait until the end. I don't know why, but I have that feeling with Rick as well. Like anything for him, he's kind of shy about, but anything for you, Kimberly, is given like open heart. So he wants you to open that gift. So he's sending you a gift and he wants you to open it. It has a beautiful bow on it. It's like a plaid, a Christmas plaid wrapping, and it has a beautiful red bow on it. So he's reminding you of that. So this will be a spiritual gift, and he wants you to unwrap it. So whenever you want, you don't have to wait for Christmas. So that's your message. So let me get to, thank you for joining us tonight, Kimberly. Thank you, Linnell. Thank you, Robin. Ring so true, Anna said, Joanne. Thank you so much. Yes, I have been doing that. Much more empowering. Awesome. Great. Well, the wolf, love it. Thank you.
Great.
Samir is here.
Samir is
a session with you recently, Joanne.
Yes.
Thank you again. Is there any message for me?
Is there any? Yeah. Samir, what's your birthday again?
She didn't give it to me. She didn't give it to me.
It's a he.
Oh, it's a he. He didn't give it to me.
Okay. Well, let's do a card. I'll do a card for Samir. Let's see what comes up.
Okay.
Ooh. We talked about this. This is gonna nail it, Samir. This is really good. Look.
Oh.
Well, look at the butterfly. And the butterfly is, are you ready? Rebirth, making changes, embracing it. And I love the message. The message for Samir is you can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change.
Mm-hmm.
You have brilliance to share with the world, and that's true. Love every part of your journey. A lot of times with change, and I teach this too, change is good and change is scary, right? And usually why change is scary is because we don't have enough information, right? And, it's very important to get, to have a spiritual teacher, a soul coach, a life coach, which you and I both do that in we do it in different ways. Mm-hmm. But, and I'm really good at doing the life coaching things if they sign up and really want to do it. I can't do the work. I can give them the tools, but I can't do the work. But this is a great card, Samir, on everything that we talked about the other day. And it's really great because I reinvented myself many times. Each teacher that came into my life just added to the beauty of the rebirth, and really helped me grow and change and understand and clearing out is really a good thing of understanding. I had a client today that was adopted, and they use this word adopted, and I want to say this for the audience. That is a blessing because you are a gift. You are a gift to somebody who was just waiting to get you into their life because for whatever circumstances that they wanted a blessing of another child to come in their life, or they couldn't have a child. They are chosen children. You see, it's, but every adopted child's got that little hook, that little hook of abandonment. And that's where I succeed very well at identifying so that they can come to the terms of, I'm a love child. No matter how you got here, you're a love child. And we have to now learn on this journey in this life is to learn to love ourselves, which no school teaches you. And that's my forte.
Yes.
Okay.
Very true.
Who's next?
Thank you, Joanne. Elizabeth Urschel said, Carolan and Joanne, you both told me to go for it this year, and I got my dream job. So
Good.
thank us for that. To do with painting.
Great. Fabulous.
Let me see, Myra. Okay, we got the Tony. We got that one. We got that one. Rosemary did not give me a date of birth. Maybe you could pull a card from her. Love, animal spirit, etc.
Okay, well, we'll do a card for Rosemary. Let's see. I'm gonna.
Because we have about 8 minutes left.
Good. It
I
always
know
goes
they're filling them up here. They just keep joining us, so it's just lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, Rosemary, look at this. The peacock.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
You know, when I get this card, and I've been working with these for a while, my spirit guide's hilarious anyway. But this is about really kind of dancing to your own tune and being vibrant and being excited about making changes. Okay. And that's what I get psychically. So let's see what the card says. You were born to shine and inspire. How do you like that?
I like
Practice humility to avoid jealousy. And you know, there's a lot of jealous people in this world.
Yes, there are.
God bless them. But like I tell my daughter, if they direct negative stuff to you, jealousy, bickering, negativity, just you got that prayer for protection, just send it back. You know, it bounces right off of you. Don't accept other people's negativity. You don't deserve it. All right. Be grateful for life, Rosemary, and good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. We have to talk to ourselves in a loving, positive way. You weren't taught that in school. You probably weren't taught that at home either. So that's why my practice is pretty huge in the life coaching fact, because I have to teach people to love themselves, forgive themselves, and accept themselves in a way of what they deserve. And that's, you know, they have homework to do if they want to get on the path.
Very nice. Thank you, Joanne. We have one of our show hosts with us, Pam Silver Eagle, tonight. And it would be wonderful if you could pull a card for her, because she works very hard.
Okay.
People and sending a lot of healing. And maybe you could pull a card for her. She says a lovely show and very enlightening conversations, I think. Isn't